What's up, guys? Welcome to the Team of the Week predictor, the aggregated Team of the Week predictor for FIFA 20. This is Team of the Week 1. As you can see on screen right behind you, we're getting predictions from 5 predictors, the best in the game. From starting from left top, Andrew, then there's Aaron, Kieran, and then at the bottom there's Graham and Patrick. Let's get into it. What we're gonna do is, just before I start, let's say all of these cards are definitely going to rise in price once they're out of packs. Every single one of them for sure. But what we're going to do in today's Team of the Week is we're going to look at the cards that would have a better rise, a faster rise compared to some of the others. So let's start off with the first 11, the starting 11. Start off from, let's say, from goalkeepers, defense, and we go to mid and then to attack. So Sommer, 86 rated goalkeeper, doesn't have really good links in the Bundesliga. He has Neuer as well in goal cards, so most likely people will go for Sommer. Go for Neuer. So Sommer, we're not going to be looking into it in terms of an investment. Someone we will be looking in terms of a significant investment is Tagliafico. He's a left back Argentine. You get very few left backs Argentines, and he's from the Eredivisie. With the hype around the Eredivisie, you could see a lot of people making Eredivisie squads as a starter of FIFA 20, and this card is going to be a significantly wanted card. He will be very good to use. You can also link him with Promes, who was also moved to the Eredivisie. So this card I can see doing really well for both gameplay and also for SBCs in the future because of the Argentina left back and right back cards usually do well in terms of investments for Team of the Weeks especially, and this is a position that if you were to get in terms of investment, I would get him. Prices, but I'm going to be discussing prices because it's going to be a bit more harder to at the moment to say what type of price they will be in. We have to see how the market behaves, how rewards come out, what rewards EA are going to give. Based on that only we can tell how many coins people will have, and that will judge basically on how prices would be. Another one, not gameplay wise, but Nacho Monreal for SVC fodder, perfect. If you have the chance to get him, I don't know, just go, let's say rough estimate under 20k. Before the Team of the Week expires, I would get a couple of him and keep him in your club, because even if you get one of him and keep in your club, this guy will rise over time. In the next 3 weeks maybe you would have made at least double his value, especially because he's a fullback. He'll be very wanted for like SBCs and Spanish links. Perfect combination for making coins, so definitely get him. Laurent Koscielny, French centre back, can't go wrong in the Liga. Again, another SBC fodder, but like proper good links. Like he'll be someone again like Monreal, get in the club, keep him, forget about him for the next 2 weeks, and then in the third week or something you look at his price, he's up by like 10 to 15k. So that's easy investments to make. Moving on to midfield. Before we move on, can you guys hit that subscribe button if you're new? We are going to be making a lot more trading videos, so hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and alright, so let's get into the midfield. Pellegrini, 82 rated center mid. The stats show that he's a pretty good card. Those face stats, I'm not exactly confirmed on the face stats, but like looking at those face stats with 77 pace, 76 defense, and 74 physicality, that's a pretty good starting card. He's also Italian from Syria, which means SBC is a really good link. So he fits for both gameplay and as well as SBC. So it's a definitely good card to get. Someone I will look into. Before we go into Frank de Jong, let's go to Delaney. So 3 predictors picked him. It was either an option between him and I will show you in the next page on who were the people who missed out. But because the Dortmund game I felt was the most significant, I picked him. He would be a pretty good gameplay guy. You could see him and Witzel. If you can get Witzel will pair with him in a 2 CDM formation. Pretty good options to link. You could also find other like Dortmund's right back. I have to see who's Dortmund's right back this time. It depends on the rating. But like if you want complementing links, Witzel would be a good option to look at because people will do a position modifier. So if you can find like a center mid or cam Witzel, try and get him because people will pay a lot for Witzel to try and fit this card as well in. So this is a pretty good option for gameplay. In terms of SBC, not as much because of the nation. He doesn't have that nation. But in league, he does have the league. So for gameplay wise, it's a pretty good CDM in the Bundesliga. Moving on, Heung-min Son. If you thought FIFA 20 couldn't get hard enough, they decided to give us Heung-min Son. All 5 predictors getting in. Guys better get ready because this guy is going to tear up teams. For all of you guys who spend FIFA points or would be able to trade as much and try and get, I don't know if anyone will be able to afford him trading on the first week itself, but like if anyone who's spending a significant amount of FIFA points, you need to get this card in at the start itself while he's in packs. Definitely he will rise over time. He might be one of the fastest risers because there will be a lot of demand for him. He has a 5-star big foot. He's just crazy in game, and the Premier League is one of the most hyped leagues and most expensive leagues in the game. So this card will possibly, I think, be the most expensive card out of this entire team of the week. So definitely, if you can afford him, get him. That's what I would say. Moving on, Sadio Mane, left wing. He started as striker in the game, but then when Firmino came on, he moved to left wing, which is why we feel we'll get a left wing card. The card is insane, pretty good. Another card, again, gameplay. If you want to, if you can afford him, to get him in because he's going to go up in price later. Benzema. So it was between Benzema and Zlatan, and I felt Benzema's contribution in a 3-2 win was more significant to Zlatan's hat-trick. I think they've won 7-2, so I decided to pick Benzema instead, but Zlatan was also a possibility. 79 pace is decent. He'll be a decent starting striker at the start of the game, but when the game moves on further, he'll move into more towards that SBC further side. But it's a really good starting striker, so gameplay and SBC. But at the start, you're not going to have any team of the week, any SBC that requires a high team of the week. So he'll be a gameplay guy in the start. So again, like I said before, all of these cards are going to rise up in price. These cards in the start 11 would tend to rise up much more faster, especially the guys who are more usable towards gameplay. When it comes to that first week of Foot Champs, these guys are going to be significantly higher than what you would think. Next up, Mertens. Mertens has always been a really good card in FIFA in general, especially at the start. If you can get this guy as gold card, I don't know, it depends on when Team of the Week gets released and when the web app comes out, but this guy would be a really good card to get. And he will also be very expensive. Again, if you have the coins, definitely if you can pick one up, you can use him in your team until then and then sell later on for a high value. You'll be making profit. Now to the absolute money maker in this team, Frankie de Jong. There's a possibility that he gets a 1 to watch, which means he'll be and if he gets, he's most likely going to get the team of the week as well. If the web app gets released just before the team of the week is announced, if you can get his gold card, the 85, I would get it, because there's a possibility of him not being in his gold card not being in packs for the entire team of the week 1, and I think there would be only 1 day maybe from team of the week 2 or 1 or 2 days, because team of the week 2, when it gets released, his gold cards will come back into packs. And I believe Friday, just when the full game gets released, is when Wants to Watch is also going to get released. And then he'll most likely get a Wants to Watch. His Barca's main signing this summer. So he'll most likely get a Wants to Watch, which means he will go out of packs again for another 2 weeks. So his gold card is literally going to be a dinosaur. It's going to be extinct most of the time. So if you guys can get at least 1 or 2, keep it in your club. He will rise significantly. If not, he'll go extinct a lot. He connects to Van Dijk, so he gives you that option to link with the Premier League defense. He's the guy who would tie in between Premier League and La Liga. If you're trying to make a hybrid, Frank de Jong will be a really good option to put in there. He also connects to Delete in the Serie A. So if you're planning making Serie A defense, Frank de Jong soft link over there. Delete, Van Dijk, Frank de Jong trio. His goal card is definitely going to be very key. If you can get a hand of that goal card, I would get it, because he's going to be extinct for most of the time, is what I think. Anyways, that's the starting 11. Moving on to the subs. Most of the subs here. Okay, let's go. Benedetto, brilliant Argentine striker, 82 rated, from Liga, really good SBC fodder. He would definitely rise up over time. Again, all these 81, 82 rated cards, you're looking under 20k to try and see what you can get. They'll most likely rise to about 30, 35k. He would be one I would get. Gunter, this guy, I think could be your next moneymaker. If you guys remember when Bundesliga Player of the Month was announced, I think it was Sancho was the first PO team, or Reus, most likely, I think it was Reus, and then there was the Sancho one. If you remember, I think it was Reus, he went extinct, literally. His price, he went from a 20k card that, I think that you could have got in Team of the Week 1 to almost 90k when the time Sancho came out. You might not hold him for so long, but like it's very hard to find wing backs or like full backs, especially the left back position in Bundesliga. German Bundesliga fullback is very hard to get. I would get him. I don't know, if you want to get about 3-4 cards of Counter, definitely go for it. If you have the coins to spend elsewhere as well, this guy will be an absolute gem to get. I would definitely get him. Mainly because when Player of the Month, Bundesliga Player of the Month comes up, this guy's price would go up, because they could possibly ask for like Team of the Weeks, and he'll be very key to that. He's also got really good stats, so really good starting card as well, and German, so he ticks all the boxes for a card you should be getting. So make sure you get him before he goes out of packs. Harit is a position change. Apart from that, he doesn't have the nation, does have the league, but like his stats don't look great for an attacking player, so I wouldn't look too much into him. Luis Araujo, I don't know if I'm butchering this name. Brazilian, 81 rated, pretty good card. I would get him as well. If you want to like put in your club, put one in your club, and it'll rise over time, especially because it's Brazilian from Liga. Decent rating. Next up, Malan, who scored I think 5 goals to get in. He's definitely getting 5 predictors. All 5 predictors picked him. Pretty good starting card, I would say. For those who have an Eredivisie team, who are building an Eredivisie team, maybe he'll be a pretty good starting card. With also the Promise link. So if you Promise, Tagliafico, Malan, could make a nice decent triangle if you position change him. So someone to look at. I think Promise will be pretty good key. If you can get Promise to link with these guys, it'll be a good option. So Promise is a good complementing card to get. Abraham also scored a hat-trick, if I'm not mistaken, in Chelsea's game. So all the Chelsea fans who want him, he'll be a good starting card for the Premier League. So I would definitely get him. He wouldn't cost too much, I think. Definitely under 30k at least, with the Premier League hype and all. He'll be a good card to get, especially because he will go up in price later when the Team of the Week gets out of packs, because you have to make sure that he's also English, good for SBCs. So in the long run also, he does offer really good value. India, again, Premier League, Argentine, right mid. So left mid, right mid, left back, and right back. These are positions that usually do well in SBCs. So if you want to store one, look at the price. It depends on the price, because Premier League will be a bit more higher. But a really good card to get. Randolph, I'm going to ignore. He got only 2 predictions. I'm going to ignore also because he doesn't offer really good nation link as well. Sepatelli, I know he's very low rated, but Italian from I think Serie A, can't go wrong. Helen, 5 predators all got him, so definitely shoo-in. For Stefan Lee, that's for you. Tony, English 77, and Bundu also. These are like, Tony would be like discard 12k. You won't go wrong. It's like the most safest investment, which will eventually go up. He'll be very more slow, like way slower, but like he'll eventually go up. So that's what I think about the aggregated team of the week. Put in down in the comments what you guys think. Who do you think should have been in here in this team? If you think someone will be do good in terms of price to like investing, put it in the comments. I'll try and answer as many as I can. If you guys have any questions. Now on to the players. There were 3 players who missed out. Starting with, as you can see on screen, Reus. There were only 2 predictors who picked him. But if EA want to juice up this team of the week, I wouldn't be shocked if they put him in instead of Delaney. Just saying, if they wanted to really juice up this team of the week and sell packs, I wouldn't be shocked if he gets in. If he does, it'll be significantly expensive. Be an end game card, obviously. Like Reus used to get a lot of team of the weeks. Keep that in mind. He has a possibility of getting more team of the weeks in the future, but like can't go wrong. He's a, like I said, if you have the coins, get him. If he gets into team of the week. Next it was I'm gonna go with Sazowinski, if I'm not butchering the name. Nothing much to say. So we're gonna move on. 76 credit also. Finally, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I think he's got a hat-trick. Possibility of getting in as well. It was either him, I think, or Benzema that I was deciding between, and I eventually went with Benzema because I felt Benzema did more to get in, I feel, because the result was much more closer for Real Madrid, and it's a Real Madrid player. People want to put like players who would sell packs more. Benzema is a better option of selling packs. But it's a really good card. Can't use him as much because 57 pace. He has really good shooting, but like 57 pace. And if this was FIFA 19, you'll most likely see him in a lot of teams. But like FIFA 20, I don't think so. So that's the end of the video, guys. Let me know who you guys thought deserved to get in but wasn't in these predictions. If you're new here, do hit the subscribe button and hit that like and share it with your friends. And I will see you guys in another video, probably discussing when the team of the week comes out, who exactly we should get, and also maybe a player of the month rookie, what to get in terms of to invest. We'll see how that goes. But until then, I will see you guys later.